Hey everybody, it's Dave doing a DCR-TV media edition version of Dave TV here in Springfield, Virginia. Just ate at the BGR Burger Joint. Pretty good burgers in there, I must say. I've been staying in Springfield, Virginia for the time being, and I'll be here probably through the end of the year at least. So back in the DC area. I was in Delaware for a little while, but I'm back. Anyway, couple of interesting DC media issues to deal with today. One of them, I guess the big story of the week, is WAMU, W-A-M-U, American University's news talker, their public radio news talker, one of the top stations in the DC market. They're selling their Fredericksburg, Spotsylvania area relay, 89.5 WVAU, okay, for $400,000 to a company called EMF, Educational Media Foundation or something, that is a Christian group that runs that K-Love Christian adult contemporary format, okay? You hear it all over the country. There's very, very few places in America you can go where you know, turn on the FM dial, scan down there, and you'll find a K-Love station, okay? They're all over. They don't seem to be, there aren't too many in the DC, Baltimore area, but everywhere else, they're all over the place. You go to anywhere in Southern Virginia, West Virginia, Pennsylvania, whatever, Delmarva, when I was over in Rehoboth Beach, there's one there. You know, they're all over. And so they're trying to get into a few more markets. They need to get into New York. They need to get into Boston. They need to get into Washington. Those are the few markets they're not in yet. So they recently made the deal with Dan Snyder. He sold his 94.3 signal out there in Buckland, Warrenton. So that's now KLZV, Christian Contemporary K-Love. It covers Central Virginia, Central Northern Virginia, the western suburbs. And now the deal with American University. What's up with that? American University, WAMU, is one of the top stations in the market, often the #1 station. They're always battling there with WTOP, the top, NPR station. They're widely admired. Everybody, liberals especially, like WAMU. Okay. And they have a great signal on 88.5 that covers the Washington area and Baltimore. Now, they have I guess they figured, we need to reach down into Central Virginia where our signal isn't too good. Also, there's not a lot of other public radio stations you can get in that area. So they, a couple of years ago, bought this signal and put WAMU on there. So there's a lot of people down in northern Richmond area, Fredericksburg, Orange, Culpeper, places like that can't get NPR radio easily from other places. Yeah, So anyway, and also WAMU has a station, a relay in Ocean City, Salisbury, okay? Now, they sell the one here in the Fredericksburg area, where there probably really is a need for an NPR station, because it's hard. It's kind of like in a little area that doesn't get NPR stations very well, okay? There is a little donut hole there where they probably are serving a community service. Now, you look at this area here. This is Springfield, Virginia, right? Okay. See those townhouses over there? Behind the road there, they probably go for $400K, okay? Okay, that's the same price that WAMU is getting for this transmitter down in Virginia. $400,000 to you and me sounds like a pile of money, right? But in reality, it's the price of a townhouse here in Northern Virginia. You can't even buy a single-family house here in Northern Virginia for $400,000, at least in Fairfax County. So what, do they really, really, really need that money so badly? I mean, they obviously get donations. They're a top rate. They're probably the most listened to by percentage-wise NPR affiliated station in the country. Do they really, really are that desperate for $400,000 that they would give up their community service to these poor people that live, starving people that live in Central Virginia that need an NPR station, man? I don't know. It just seems kind of weird that they'd sell that signal. It just seems weird. The signal they got over there in Ocean City, Salisbury, it competes with 3 or 4 other NPR stations. There's no donut hole over there, okay? There are 2 stations from the Salisbury NPR guys, and then you can get a station out of Delaware, and there's a Baltimore station that relays over there. You can pick up Philly. So you can get 4 or 5 NPR stations there in that Ocean City area, but Central Virginia there, you know, I really wonder what their community service is, you know. Do they really need that $400,000 that badly to give up serving a good chunk of their, you know, and granted, they're probably not a lot of their listeners down there, but there are people there that aren't served by any NPR stations that have a difficult, and I've talked to them. They try to pick up NPR stations. There's one Roanoke relay that can come in down there from Virginia, from Roanoke. You know, there's maybe the Harrisonburg WMRA, where I used to work down at JMU. You know, but maybe they can pick up the Richmond station a little bit. But it's like an area that doesn't get NPR well, and WAMU is abandoning them for literally the price of a townhouse. I don't know, man. That just seems kind of scummy in a way. Do they, you know, really, you know, I don't know. Come on, man. You do your community service, WAMU. You're a top-rated station. Do you really need that $400,000 that badly to give up the several thousand people you're serving down there? I don't know, man. I don't know. It just seems crazy, doesn't it? I don't know. I don't know. It's weird. WAMU has made a lot of cutbacks in the last few years. You know, they got rid of Bluegrass Country. They've, you know, gotten rid of a lot of their people. They're really cutting to the bone, you know. Karen Mathis used to be the GM over there, and she built that station into one of the top-rated NPR stations in the country, but she also spent a lot of money doing it, and I think the budget is just busted like hell over there. So they're cutting, and this is just another bean counter cut. But it's a shame because it affects people that listen to them and like them. Maybe not a lot of people, but there are people in Central Virginia, Central Northern Virginia, that pretty much WAMU's 89.5 WVAU there out of the Spotsylvania area is pretty much their only NPR station. And it's a shame what they're doing to those people. You know, it's a shame. It's a shame. All right, folks, that's my Dave TV rant for today, the 12th of October, 2017. Adios, amigos.